If you're using the same spy cam and trapwire locations every round, it's safe to say that the other team have probably started to catch on. In this video, we're going to take a look at my default spy cam and trapwire setups on Split, and different sneaky and hidden spots you can use to switch it up and catch your opponent off guard. As you'll see, I will attempt to avoid the basic spots that you probably already use or know, and just show the more uncommon spots that I've found. Make sure you pay close attention because I have found some really sneaky camera and tripwire spots that you definitely don't want to miss out on. I'm Hootie with Level Up Gaming, and today we're going to take your Cypher game to the next level. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future Valorant content. First up, we have the A bomb site, and if the enemy doesn't have mid control, there's only one way to actually get to the bomb site. Because of this, and because of the fact that they could attempt to get mid control before they commit to an A push, I like to put one trapwire up top near heaven, and one down in the corridor that leads to the bomb site. I'll tuck my spy cam away in the tower across from heaven. It's hard to spot. This setup gives me full visibility of where the enemy could be pushing from, and I don't want to worry about being surprised by an enemy unless they get into our spawn somehow. As the rounds go on though, I'll augment my default setup with some of these other camera and trapwire locations. This allows me to keep the enemy on their toes and guessing. And you also need to make sure that your setups support you based on where you're going to be holding on the bomb site. If I'm playing in heaven, I'm going to be using a different setup than if I plan on holding from the bomb site itself, or from the back hallway with an operator. Also, even though you might use the buy phase to run around and place all of your equipment down, don't forget that you can pick it up and reuse it elsewhere, or take it with you to another bomb site to watch your back after the bomb's been planted and you're attempting to retake it. I have saved my own ass many times by placing a trapwire on my own flank as I push into a bomb site, so make sure you don't forget to pick up those trapwires before you rotate. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Trapwires which are out of the player's peripheral vision, assuming the player is pre-aiming around the head, are more likely to be undetected and triggered. Because of this, you will see that many of my tripwire spots are actually very close to the ground or very long. If the tripwire is wider and at an angle rather than just on a doorway or straight across a hallway, you are more likely to catch the enemy off guard with it, but don't be afraid to load up a custom game and just try out a bunch of different random weird angles and spots yourself and find something new and creative. On the flip side, you'll probably notice that some of my camera spots are really high up or outside of the map in weird angles. This is because they seem to be more effective and last a lot longer if they are at angles that the enemy doesn't usually look at, which makes sense if you think about it. If you're just putting your spy cams on a random wall somewhere and it sticks out like a sore thumb, then yeah, it's probably not going to last very long. And next up, we've got the B bomb site. It's similar to A because if you haven't taken mid control, you have to get funneled through a huge choke point just to get to the bomb site. You can only push out of the garage or from mid. Because of this, my default setup consists of a trapwire up top watching for the mid push and a trapwire in the garage hallway. I'll also typically place my camera somewhere that I can see down into the garage hallway. But sometimes on the B bomb site, it's a good idea to play from up top rather than on the bomb site, or to play back in dirt and set up a sneaky spy cam to watch for them to push onto the site before you make a move. But if you decide to play this way, you really need to make sure you're using some of these camera or trapwire spots that I'm showing off so that you know where the enemy is at and when to peek. You'll also notice that there are some spots you can place cams both on the A bomb site and the B bomb site where you can see over the top of the map and into where the enemy's starting area is. This can be used to predict whether or not the enemy is going to be pushing that bomb site at the very beginning of the round. Just make sure that when you are on attack, you're also watching out for these cameras because they can come to bite you in the booty. You'll notice though that the B bomb site is actually very open on the side opposite of mid. This allows you to put your spy cam pretty far outside of the map, making it really hard to spot while still having full visibility of the actual bomb site. So make sure you experiment with some different spots. As a side note though, there are also some spy cam locations that you can use that are pretty glitchy and allow you to see through the map or certain objects. I mean, I show a couple of them here for the B bomb site and one in the garbage can in heaven in the A bomb site area. Hopefully these will be fixed in a future update, but you can use them to get the upper hand now if you need to. And actually, speaking of getting the upper hand, don't forget to supplement your setups with those cyber cages as well. I typically like to use mine in tandem with my trap wires. If an enemy triggers one of my trap wires, then there's a good chance he isn't alone. So I'm going to activate the cage to slow them down or to help get a free kill. And if you haven't played Cypher a lot, make sure you check out my other video on how to play Cypher linked in the card in the top right, and also make sure to check out my other Cypher setup videos as well. And I'll see you in game.